Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching The Last of Us. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching the season finale of The Last of Us. I want to say that this has flown by because I can't believe we're here, but also a little bit of relief that I'm not going to be dragged through the emotional mud every week. I love it. I love that something can evoke those types of feelings for me and allow me to share that emotion with you because, for a long time, I felt like no one could really see me or feel what I was feeling. And it's nice to know that the majority of people that watch reactions are here to also feel like they're not alone. And that just really warms my heart that I can be there for you. And all of your comments have just been absolutely wonderful. I'm loving this show, no matter how painful it is. And no matter how dark it gets. I think definitely the last episode, well, the last couple episodes, I've been really, I already liked Ellie, but I didn't know how to feel about her. And I feel like she is somebody who has gone a long time without love and someone caring about her. And she's been abandoned a lot. And to have Joel show up in the way that he has, and especially in the last episode, not just the baby girl comment, because that was so beautiful and it was so heartbreaking because I know he'd want to say it to Sarah, but to have him become the Joel that Robert was scared of when Tess was just let me go. I just want to go home and drink and not feel my face. And maybe she was never going to say anything about Robert, but Robert was terrified that Joel was going to find out. And now we can see why. And I can't think of a better person to protect Ellie. Look, it's not normal, but if you're going to have somebody that's going to have to kill in this world and defend you, Joel is 100% the guy you want to have your back, right? But then we also see Ellie, she's always been strong and hard-willed and very determined and slightly stubborn, but she's always had kind of a sense of humor about her. And I'm really worried that that sense of innocence and that sweetness and that lightness that she has about her is now going to be gone. That David robbed her of all of that. That's quite an adventure for her to go on. The past couple episodes, she's had to deal with a lot. Almost losing Joel, having to care for Joel, administer medication to Joel, sew him up, try to go and hunt and feed them and take care of them. And then, she gets abducted and then she's fearing for her life, not that somebody's going to kill her, but they're going to eat her. And then later on that they're going to rape her. And they did essentially rape her of her innocence, that David took that from her. And, when I know everyone's reaction to everything is different, and that is completely fine. Mine was definitely heartbroken. The screams that were coming out of her are definitely somebody who was lost not only in a rage, but just was so desperate to make something stop and just didn't care about the consequences. And I knew what the consequences are. I know that that's trauma. I know that that's going to linger and that's going to live with her for the rest of her life. And I immediately recognized that and my heart broke for her. And, I was proud of her for saving her own life and time again, not taking it and standing up for herself and not being manipulated. And I think that that's such a wonderful, beautiful thing to see from somebody that's so young that can see it. She already has that old soul about her. And I mean, even Tess saying you got bigger balls than I do. I agree. She's one tough little girl. And I don't know how much longer we can call her a little girl. Now, I know that they have to get medical care not only for Joel, but to get the blood drawn from Ellie because, there's something about her that's keeping her from being infected by the cordyceps. So I forgot that they had to go to Salt Lake City. I kept thinking they got to get back to Tommy. I would love if they got back to Tommy and Tommy took them to Salt Lake City. I'd feel so much better about that. But, Joel has this hole in his abdomen and he's got Nurse Ellie stabbing him and giving him the antibiotics. And hopefully he has those with him. I don't know where everything is. But you know, like he had to put her coat, or he had to put his coat around her. So, you know, like they're lacking in supplies, especially to survive a winter. I think I saw an article saying essentially this was taking place in Durango, Colorado. Not a place I'd hole up in the apocalypse. It would be very isolated, but I guess that's great if you want to survive. It's also great if you want to control the people that are in your commune or your flock. I have no doubt in my mind that David was abusing a lot of those women, and I also I missed when he had the big plate of food. I even like in my mind was like I was like that's a lot of food for that guy. I missed that they were eating Alec, the girl's father, and that she was eating her father. And I didn't think about that in that moment. It was definitely after the fact that I realized it. I was a little slow on the uptake about the whole cannibalism storyline. And I know a lot of people, like, they caught on immediately because they, like, had played the game, so they knew who David was. And they knew where it was going. And to me, the slow progression of figuring that out was just like, ugh. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. I don't think I could eat a person to survive. I mean, you guys see how emotional I am. Do you think I'd ever be able to get over that? I don't think so. Nope. Still don't think I could. But now that we've dealt with cannibals, and somewhat we dealt with raiders a little bit in episode 3 with Bill and Frank, but we have yet to come across like a group other than the Kansas City, I don't even want to say QZ, I guess the free Kansas City people, that has been super hostile. We got very lucky with Jackson. But I'm thinking that like we're gonna see a lot of that, or we're gonna see a lot of infected. Maybe both. A lot of those people are like freaking weird, and they collect infected and they send it out at people. Like, you know, I think I've seen too many episodes of The Walking Dead. But I don't think we're done with the infected. I definitely expect more horrible people to be sent our way. And I expect Joel and Ellie to have to fight tooth and nail to get through it. I hope they both make it out okay. Here's the thing, when it comes to a video game, you know, if, like, I'm pretty sure if you guys played video games, or if you haven't, but if you've seen Edge of Tomorrow, like, even if you die, you could come back in a video game. But I don't know if that's possible in this story. So I always worry about Joel. I know that Ellie is kind of the main character, especially trying to deliver her, you know, that she's the important one, right? Like she is the package that needs to be securely delivered at location for the rest of the world to hopefully not be infected. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I would love to have faith that like she's the answer, but I'm also like doubting a little bit that it's going to do anything whatsoever, that maybe she's just lucky. What I also like is that there's not multiple storylines going on at the same time. It's really easy to just concentrate all your time, energy, and emotions into these two. There's not something you have to worry about that's going on off the side. You know, this is our main focus. And I love that because I'm so invested in their story and their character growth. And, you know, seeing Joel go from like a happy-go-lucky dad, like not like a great one, like Sarah was definitely keeping that house together, but, you know, being very hardened and just being a killing machine with ease, and I don't know, with pleasure, but he doesn't really seem to have much sorrow when he does it. And it's brutal. And like I said, like that's the person you want in the apocalypse fighting for you, definitely not against you, as you can see. But his evolution of it being that he's now fighting that way for Ellie, not just to keep her alive, but because he loves her and he cares about her. And that was just absolutely beautiful. The lines that, you know, Pedro delivered, it was just stunning. And I know everyone talks about how great Bella Ramsey is, but like, can we talk about it enough? She's just so phenomenal. I saw like a supercut of like all of her best scenes from Game of Thrones, and I was just like, yeah. Like she was like 11, I think, when they filmed that, and she's just phenomenal. Like you're like, yeah, she's Lady Mormont. She runs Bear Island. Yep. Don't fuck with her. And it's kind of the same thing in here. It's just like with Ellie, like she's somebody that I care about and I desperately want to survive this world and make it out okay. And I don't want anything to happen to her, and she's so precious, but like her acting has just been, she's going places. My God, she's got such a career ahead of her. I can't even say it enough. Okay, guys, I'm super excited to get into this episode. I'm sad for it to end, but I'm so excited to wrap it up. And if this is the way game 1 wraps up, let me know, because then I will be playing The Last of Us. Once I figure out how to be a gamer, I have no idea how to even hook up cameras and all that. So, you know, maybe I'll just give you guys random updates. I don't know. If you want to help me, send me an email. That'd be great. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Wait, is that Ashley? Hey, girl. Also, Pike Trickfoot. But yes, the original Ellie, before anyone spams the comments. I know. Jeez, she's so huge. What if there was an infected person in there?
It's me!
Oh, she knows this house. Oh, it's like a quiet place and having to like give birth but be quiet so they like can't find you. Oh, God. At least it's water. It's not blood. Oh, that's gotta be so terrifying. Is that also Ellie's knife? Ah! Stab her! Oh, God! She get bitched and get nipped, right? That would be a way to push out a child, utter fear. That knife looked familiar. Is this Ellie? Oh no. That's how she got her immunity. Why not? What made me think I'd get away with not crying?
Yeah, you tell her. You fucking tell him, Ellie.
Well, it was nice to see Ashley. Fuck, this show. I can see where Ellie gets her badassness from. I thought the firelights, because it looks like little firelights. Fireflies. Why do I keep saying firelights? Fireflies. Is that Marlene?
We were delayed getting out of the zone.
She's hungry. She needs to be fed, and I didn't want to nurse her. I cut it before I was bit. Before. Find someone to bring her up and make sure that she's safe.
I can't do that.
And I want you to give her this. Her name is Ellie. How long have we known each other?
Our whole lives.
So you pick her up right now, and then you kill me.
I can't kill you.
No. Please, please, please! No. Marlene!
Yeah, you have to, girl.
Cover her ears.
She She lost her mom on her birthday, and Joel lost his daughter on his birthday. I guess technically it was after midnight. They do kind of look alike, huh? It's not winter anymore.
Ellie! I found this in there. Beefaroni, Chef Boyardee.
Oh, cool.
20 years old. Look at him smile.
Have you ever played this? Boggle? If you want to beat me at something, it would be this.
How much time has gone past, because he seems like he's trying to, like, be super nice to her, try to make her feel better.
They had a guitar in that RV. I was thinking maybe I could teach you.
Aww.
I bet you'd be great at it.
He's making plans for the future.
You want to learn how to play guitar? Ellie?
Oh, yeah. That'd be great.
She's not okay. Enough time's gone by that it went from winter to spring. I would hope they would have talked about it, but, like, he's not really good at, like, asking those questions.
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking.
Cut through that building to get around that stuff, find a skyscraper, go up and look around.
Actually, this time I was thinking we'd blast our way through that rubble. I found some dynamite in that RV back there.
Really?
No, so we're gonna cut through that building, find a skyscraper, go up and look around. I had you going, didn't I?
She's so broken. Poor thing.
If I get you up there, you can drop that ladder down. Maybe we go through that way. Come on, I'll give you a boost.
She's just checked out.
Did you hear what I...
Yeah. Boost. Got it.
Is today her birthday? Is that why she's so checked out? Does she know how her mom died? Good job. I could have done that.
Whoa.
Oh, Ellie! Good.
Ellie!
Could have
Stay there!
knocked him out.
You gotta see this!
Well, he was gonna.
Ellie!
Up here!
You're giving me anxiety, child. Don't shoot it.
What are you doing?
It's all right. Can you hurry up?
Hey there.
He's so happy to hear her laugh.
So fucking cool. Oh, where's she going?
Maybe there's a lion coming. Like, keep your eyes peeled.
Okay.
It's gonna be that type of moment, Joel. You gotta live in the moment. Aww. Thriving giraffes at the ballpark. I love it.
Maybe there's nothing bad out there, but so far there's always been something bad out there.
Odds are.
We don't have to do this. I want you to know that.
What do you mean? What else are we supposed to do?
Nothing. We just go back to Tommy's. We forget about the whole damn thing.
After all we've been through. Everything I've done. It can't be for nothing.
Especially what she's going through.
I know you want to protect me. You have. And when we're done, we'll go wherever you want. I'll follow you anywhere you go. But there's no halfway with this. We finish what we started.
That is so mature. That is so mature. Proud of her. And that is the last bit of happiness we'll have for the rest of the episode.
They put these places up all around. The first few days after the outbreak, emergency medical camps. They had me in one just like this.
With Sarah?
No, she was gone already. Just for this.
The guy who shot and missed. I figured that would have happened later.
No, second day.
It's nice that he's talking about it.
Way better at stitching you up than I was.
It was me. I was the guy who shot and missed.
Confession time with Joel.
Sarah died, and I couldn't see the point anymore. Simple as that.
Oh,
And I wasn't scared either. I was ready.
I totally missed that.
So time heals all wounds, I guess.
It wasn't time that did it.
I'm glad that didn't work out.
Me too.
Me too.
We should probably get going.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm in the mood for?
What?
Boggle?
Shitty puns.
Oh. Here we go. I've needed some too.
People are making apocalypse jokes like there's no tomorrow.
Oh,
Too soon?
No, it's top.
Oh, I love this one. Moon rocks taste better than Earth rocks. Why? Because they're meteors.
no.
Terrible. That's a...
What did the green grape say to the purple grape? Breathe, you idiot.
Those are 3 out of 10.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
5 out of 10.
I always know when they're having a good time, it's gonna end. Fireflies?
Welcome to the Fireflies. Easy.
Oh,
You got hit pretty hard.
Marlene, thank God.
You are the one person I never wanted to be in debt to.
Oh,
But I owe you. She's being prepped for surgery.
What surgery?
Our doctor, he thinks that the cordyceps in Ellie has grown with her since birth.
Why is she in surgery?
It produces a kind of chemical messenger. It makes normal cordyceps think that she's cordyceps. It's why she's immune. He's gonna remove it from her, multiply the cells in a lab, produce those chemical messengers, and then we can give it to everyone.
hopefully.
He thinks it could be a cure, Joel. A cure.
Why can't he see her though?
Cordyceps grows inside the brain.
It does.
She's having brain surgery?
We didn't tell her. We didn't cause her any fear. There won't be any pain.
No, you take me to her. You take me to her right now!
I love the passion from Joel, but rock in a hard place.
I was there when she was born, Joel. I promised her mother that I would save her child. I promised. So I do understand. I'm sorry.
They have to stop.
Walk him out to the highway. Leave him there with his pack. Give him this. If he tries anything, shoot him.
Yeah, you don't want to be indebted to him. You don't want him coming after you either, Marlene. You're gonna do something, Joel? Please do something, Joel. I don't want you to die. I don't want you to get hurt, but do something.
I didn't hear anyone say stop.
Which way?
Down the stairs.
I couldn't even read the sign to pay attention to which floor was surgery.
I said keep walking.
Oh!
Where is she? Fuck you. I don't have time for this.
Yeah, he'll do it. Yeah. Got her knife. I love this man. That's who I'd want protecting me in the apocalypse. 100%. He's the guy. Are we gonna see, like, Joel? This music is everything. He's still gonna kill you. You're sweet, and I'm sorry, but yeah, gotta go. This is beautiful and horrifying. Just cleaning house, Joel. Wow. Oh, Marlene, when he comes for you.
Unhook her.
How did you get in here?
I said unhook her.
I won't let you take her.
Can't do surgery now. So she's infected, so is it slowly going to kill her? So worried.
We can't keep her safe forever. No matter how hard you try, no matter how many people you kill, she's gonna grow up, Joel. How long till she's torn apart by infected or murdered by raiders? Because she lives in a broken world that you could have saved.
Maybe, but it isn't for you to decide.
It's not too late. Even now, even after what you've done, we can still find a way.
She still should have been given the choice to sacrifice her own life. Okay, he didn't leave her.
They were running some tests on you. And some others. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you. People that are immune.
Joel.
Dozens of them. The doctors, they couldn't make any of it work. They've actually... They've stopped looking for a cure.
Joel.
Raiders attacked the hospital. I barely got you out of there.
Are people hurt?
Yes.
Oh my God. I understand why he's lying. I just hate it. She should have the choice.
I'm sorry. Wait. Let me go. You've just come after her.
He's not wrong. Oof. He is so brutal, but damn, like I said, that's the person you want on your side. Someone maintaining that highway? Those roads look awfully clean for an apocalypse.
No, Sarah and I used to hike like this all the time. She would have liked you. Not to say the two of you are the same, but definitely different kids.
How so?
Well, she was a lot more, I want to say girly, and I'm not saying that you're not girly.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. She had a killer smile. Again, not saying that you don't. But you know why I think she'd like you?
Why?
Because you're funny. I think you would have made her laugh.
She makes us laugh.
Anyway, I bet you would have liked her back.
Yeah, bet I would have.
I mean, he's finally opening up about Sarah to her, and that has to be just really hard for her to swallow, like this person that she knew nothing about that was so prominent in his life.
Back in Kansas City, you asked me about the first time I killed someone.
Oh, God.
When I got bit in the mall, I wasn't on my own. My best friend was there, and she got bit too. We didn't know what to do, and she says, we can just wait it out, be all poetic, and just lose our minds together. And then she did.
And you didn't.
And I had to.
You can feel like you've come to an end, and you don't know what to do next. But if you just keep going, you find something new to fight for. And maybe that's not what you
Swear
want.
to me. Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
Oh, God, that's the way it ends? Oh, my God. Okay, well, I'm thrilled that we got to see Ashley Johnson. I know that everyone has been just anticipating her being in the show, and as somebody who recently started watching Vox Machina, a big voice actress fan of Ashley Johnson, and you know, her being the voice of Ellie, even in the beginning, like I kind of forgot for a second that like it wasn't Ellie. I was like, why is Ellie running in the springtime, like through the woods? Her hair's longer, and it's like, oh, it's not her, it's Ashley. Good, great performance. Damn, I fucking felt that. Now we know at least why Ellie is immune. That she just lives with the cordyceps inside of her, inside her brain. And the fact that they were going to do brain surgery that was going to kill her, without telling her. You just have to give somebody the choice. I mean, maybe Ellie would have said it's for the greater good. Maybe she wouldn't have, but it still needed to be her choice. And especially because it seems like she's the only one that has ever been immune or has some sort of immunity. Like, how do they even know what they're doing? Like, they could just kill her and not learn anything, and then she died for nothing. I get Joel and why he was not okay with it. I wanted him to go rescue her and save her, but boy, was that something. I definitely did not expect a killing spree on his part. I thought for sure he'd get attacked by a lot of people, but like the music and everything, it never once led you to believe that Joel was ever going to be in danger, that this was his like moment. And this is the song that they were going to play along with that. And it was perfect. It was a beautiful scene, which is bizarre to say out loud, but it was. Because it's filled with passion and love to find Ellie and get to Ellie. Like, he's blank emotionally when he's just killing people. But then when he's walking down the hallway to get to Ellie in the surgical room, you can just see like the worry and everything on his face. You know, like that's his girl. And I do love that he finally opened up to her about Sarah. He opened up to her a lot. Like, we saw a lot of like an emotional connection happening on Joel's end. You know, he was trying really hard to like engage with her and get her to laugh and like really wanted to like see her happy, and he's just like, hey, I know a way, like let's you know, like do puns. And it's like seeing that old Ellie shine through after all the trauma that she's been through. You know, seeing the giraffe and hearing her giggle and laugh, although the CG wasn't the best on that. No complaints. It's fine. But like her laughing and having a good time and being excited, I think that meant the world to him, because she had been so probably depressed and closed off and quiet and lost in her own thoughts and her own mind, that like, you know, just seeing her be open Ellie again was huge for him. And him opening up, I kind of like when he was like, I was the one that shot and missed. I thought he like shot somebody and that gave him the scar, or shot at somebody and that gave him the scar, but he had missed them. And it took me a hot second to realize that he had missed shooting himself. I imagine, I mean, I don't talk about it a ton, I think, for these reactions, but on some of my other reactions, a lot of the people know that like my sister passed away going on almost 20 years ago, but I don't think that it gets any easier for my parents to deal with that. I don't think losing a child is something you truly ever get over, and there always feels like this emptiness or this hole or something's missing. And I understand Joel's mindset about like that he had nothing left to live for. And that's heartbreaking, but I think that that is how a lot of parents feel when they're grieving the loss of a child. Especially because he said it happened not long after Sarah had died. That's just devastating. Joel's whole story, and you know, and then he starts openly like just talking about Sarah and like she would have liked you, you would have liked her, you guys would have gotten along, like this is how you guys were alike, this is how you weren't, you know, like she would have loved that you were funny. That's why we love Ellie, is because she's funny. And you know, like I don't know what prompted Ellie to think that Joel was lying about the fireflies, but the fact that he came up with this whole story, I'm sure in that drive, he was thinking about it the entire time. Like what to say, what happened. He definitely couldn't keep Marlene alive, which I'm happy, because she would have been coming after Ellie. But I still think Ellie should have had a choice. So him promising her that the whole story about the fireflies is true, at some point, I think it might come out that it's not true, that there's not people like her, that she is the only one. And I keep thinking, like, if it's growing with her, it's growing within her. Will it eventually kill her? Like, will she die because of it? Like, I mean, maybe, like, she'll continue to evolve, but, like, what if she had a baby? You know, like, she's not into that, so I don't know if we would ever know. But, like, would she pass that on to her child? And would her child, you know, like, be born with this immunity as well? The way that they linked that, I was like really wondering how she got that. And, you know, definitely her being bit, Anna, I believe is Ellie's mom's name, being bit while giving birth and cutting the cord when she did. It's just tragic, devastating, like a mother protecting her child. It's just like her begging Marlene to kill her. Just Ashley just killed it. She just knocked it out of the park. Like, so good. And I'm kind of happy that they didn't show her actually having to kill Riley. I thought maybe they were really going to go there and show it, and I'm glad they didn't. I don't think we need to see, you know, kids killing kids, especially by gunfire in this day and age. You know, like we can just assume how that went, you know, especially when she's like, you know, we'll just lose our minds together, and she did. And then she had to kill her. Yeah, I didn't need to see that scene. It's devastating because it kind of mirrors Anna and Marlene, to where Marlene had to put Anna down, and she was begging her to. Man, that was such an amazing scene. Such an amazing scene. I can't imagine like people being pregnant and giving birth in the middle of an apocalypse. And I know you have to repopulate the earth, but like it's just so scary and so risky, and just like you have to have a lot of faith in the people around you and your surroundings, and that you are protected, and that you can protect yourself, and that you're going to have everything that you need for a child, for a baby. I mean, it's so risky. Oh man. And I think that's the only infected that we saw, was the one attacking Anna. We didn't see any other infected this episode. I mean, the show is not about the infected. It never has been. It's always been about the people and survival, and the steps that they have to take in order to do that. And that's exactly what you saw out of Joel in this episode, was what he was doing to not only survive, but to save Ellie's life and keep her with him, which is a bit of a selfish move, but at the same time, she should have been told ahead of time what they were going to do and what it would cost. I'm really curious, did the first game end like that? Or did they end up in Jackson? Because I want to play the game. I do. I want to see. I've already seen. Somehow I saw a short of the scene with David and Ellie. And that went down a little bit different, and I'm glad that he wasn't hacking up a person on the table like he does in the game. Spoiler alert. But yeah, like it looks like it's like really great animation, and that it's, definitely, I don't want to say entertaining, but like it's an amazing story, which is essentially how it got made into a television show. But kudos, like round of applause. Great story. Great characters, great development. I can't just rave enough about Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal, and just how good they are, and all the work that they've done. And I believe it. I believe that like Joel will kill for Ellie. Like if it's the last thing that he does, his last act on this earth will be to protect Ellie. And I just hope that lie doesn't come back to bite him. It probably will. But hopefully she's forgiving. I don't know. Now that she's been through that trauma, I don't know if she would be or she won't be, but essentially that's her dad, so I would hope that she would be. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon, as well as full-length reactions to all the previous episodes. I'm going to start watching some new shows soon, so look forward to that on the channel. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. First of all, is this how the game ended? Second of all, was her mother in the game? Like, was Anna in the game? Did we know about Anna? Did we see this between her and Marlene? Because I feel like it could have been, but I also feel like it is definitely something that they added to the story that was just beautiful. It was such an amazing scene. Okay, guys, I don't even know. I'm so sad that the show's over, but like now I have time to play the game, and so on to season 2. I'm looking forward to that. I know that they're gonna do it, and some people have said something about the second game not being as good as the first game. When are the sequels ever better? I mean, it's a rare circumstance. I mean, I guess Empire Strikes Back. I know someone's gonna say Godfather 2. Never watched them. Those movies scared me when I was a kid. I think I saw like a scene from Scarface or something, and I was just wounded, and I was like, I never want to watch these types of movies again. But like it's hard to nail it twice. It really is. So here's to hoping. Okay, guys, I'll see ya.